And 3, 2, 1, we're on. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the fourth edition of the fall session of A Taste of Tai Chi. um, this is the fourth session, as I noted. So we're going to be working on the last three postures of the form today. And then we're going to be trying to put everything together and make everybody comfortable with the whole 12 postures over the couple of weeks. Just a reminder, we are here courtesy of the Township of Montclair and specifically Katie York, who has been our angel over this period of time. Everybody should feel free to acknowledge Katie's work in any way that is possible. I know she's doing a whole lot of work in a number of different directions for all of us that are trying to, get through all of these different situations. Okay, so let's do it. First order of business, Wuji position. Your head is upright, your chin is tucked toward your body. Shoulders should be rounded and relaxed. Tuck your tailbone, bend your knees, make sure your feet are close together with all your toes pointed forward. Then we're going to bow in. Your left hand becomes a willow palm. Your right hand becomes a fist. Put your left foot forward into a point step. Fold your left hand over the right fist. Keep your eyes up as you bow. We're in business. Okay. Next thing that we're going to do is a few exercises. These are meant to work on your ligaments, your tendons, your connective tissues in general. We don't care about building muscle mass, although doing Tai Chi will certainly condition your lower body. Okay. So we're just worried about things like posture and ability to shift your weight correctly and movement in general. So the first exercise is going to be swinging arms. To get there, we're going to have to step out so all your weight goes on your left side while you pick up your right heel. Check your balance, please. If the balance is okay, go to a real true tiptoe position with that right foot. Check your balance again. If it's still all right, keep your toes pointed down, pick up your knee, move your foot, and gently touch the floor. Now lower your heel, push the heel out to straighten your foot, then center your weight and sink. When you sink, everything gravitates to the floor. Try to even think that you're gravitating to the floor. Okay? First exercise, swinging arms. Turn your bodies to the right, to the left, and repeat. Your waist, your torso is doing all the work. Your arms are just going along for the ride, so ignore your arms. If you take a peek over your shoulder in the direction that you're going to turn a little more completely. Okay. Next up is my favorite stretch. It's called Touch the Earth and Hold the Sky. It has 6 steps. Number 1, bend your knees a little extra. Lightly interlace your fingers out in front of your body. 2, keep your knees bent. Turn your palms up and push enthusiastically toward the ceiling. Push, push, push. Number 3, keep your knees bent. Go up on the front half of your feet and stay there. 4, keep your knees bent, push down with your right palm, push up with your left. 5, keep your knees bent, bring the top hand down, point your fingers forward, Lift the fingertips and push back with your wrists. 6, ease down. 1, 2, 3, and hold it. Number 4 this time, a left hand push, right hand up. 5, top hand down, point your fingers, lift the fingers and push back. 6, relax. 1, 2, 3, right push, pushing back, down. One more, please. 1, 2, 3, left push, pushing back, down. My favorite stretch. Let's do some double knee circles. Back to the Wuji position. Keep your body upright as you lower your body and find your knees. Then we'll do 15 rotations in each direction. Keep your feet flat on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That one's really good for your knees. If you find that your knees are a little tired after you do those, do some more. You just need a little conditioning for your quadriceps system. Okay, next up, tiger stretches. Back out to a wide stance. A nice deep knee bend, tuck your tailbone around your shoulders. Scratching your ear is optional, okay? Your hands can either be on your hips or out in front, like we do when we do standing post. So you're going to shift your weight onto the right side and sink. Pick up your left toes and turn them 90 degrees out. Your body stays facing the camera at all times. Shift your weight left, sink. Shift back, turn the toes to the front, shift to the right and sink. Pick up your right toes, turn, shift, sink again. Shift left, toes front, shift right and sink. Left toes up, left toes out, shift and sink. Shift and sink, toes front, shift left and sink, right toes up and out, shift right, sink. Shift and pivot, shift and sink. Toes up and out, shift and sink. Shift, toes front, stand up and stop. Okay, feel free to do that one for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. It's really good for you. It really, really works on the connective tissues where your legs connect to your body. It also will help you to build up the muscles in your thighs. A good exercise for sure. And finally, let's do some standing post. Put your feet out. A little more than shoulder width is a good idea. A nice deep knee bend, hands out in front. 2 minutes of uninterrupted relaxation. Your breathing should be nice and deep and slow, diaphragmatic. Just relax. One minute to go. 30 seconds. 15 seconds. And hands down. Okay, that's our basic exercise set. Just a reminder, if you have the opportunity to go to my website, there's an awful lot of information there, including information about the exercise set, about the form that we do, and maybe of most interest to many, 2 different videos of us doing that video. It was done some years ago. I didn't have the white beard. I didn't have any more hair though. But it's the same form that we practice now. If you have any questions about anything that we're doing, you can reach me via that website, or if you got a brochure, um, you can just look on there and get the uh, email address and email me that way. At any rate, if you have any questions about any of it, please don't hesitate. I always try to answer any questions that I can. And if I don't know the answer, I know where to go to look it up. Okay, I'm going to assume that you have no questions this morning, so we're going to get right to it and do it. The first thing we're going to do is the form, the whole form, and nothing but the form. And I'm going to announce each posture and the numbers that help you break down each posture. The numbers kind of give you a clue that you are supposed to do something, no more, no less, for each number. Your job reminds me of a Mission Impossible opener, right? Your job is to figure out what those somethings are that each number refers to. Okay, enough confusion. Let's practice. Preparation. 1, 2. Initiation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grasping the bird's tail to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn the left toes. 8, 9, 10. Single whip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the right toes. 5. Wave hands like clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brush knee and push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the right toes. 5. Hands strum the lute. 1, 2, 3. Step back and repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Deflect, intercept, and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shutting the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crossing hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Conclusion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you got that? How many aced it? Good. Okay. A few universal hints.
Jim, you have to put yourself on mute.
Yeah, everybody,
Okay.
please make sure that your device is muted. Okay,
James,
a few universal hints. First, let's think about your feet. Your feet are what connects you to the surface that you're standing on, so you need to be very sure of that connection. We've talked over the weeks about your bubbling well, which is the place on the bottom of each foot. That's the geographical center of where your weight is distributed on that foot. It's more or less in the middle, and it's a place for you to refer to. Every time you shift your weight, you're going to end up going over there and sinking on your bubbling well so that you can do other stuff with your body and be in a sense of control and balance because you're on your bubbling well. We spend all of our time going back and forth from one foot to the other foot, and you need to find that bubbling well every time. Let's think about the word sink for a minute. When we use the word sink, you're really lowering your center of gravity and making yourself more stable. To do that correctly, you not only have to have your weight over your bubbling well, but you have to have, if your feet are in the right position, they're going to be wide enough to give you stability no matter where your feet are. That makes sense, right? So many times we're going to be in our bow and arrow position, and the key there is to make sure that your feet are far enough apart and not lined up behind one another, because if you do that, you're not going to be stable. You're always looking for a position of strength and stability. So you really need to keep that in mind all the time. Just before we started class, we had a little mini discussion about the idea that everything is kind of starting and stopping and going through a process. And if you take a look at your entire body, every body part is going through some little process that includes a start and then subsequently a stop. And it leads you into whatever comes next. So everything is a start and a stop. And every movement that you make is a setup for the next movement that you're going to make. How confusing is that? But it's all true. Okay, so let's briefly go through the first 9 postures that we've been studying for the last 3 weeks and see how we're doing in terms of our comfort level with those. Preparation has 2 steps. Number 1, you're going to shift your weight onto the left side and sink while you pick up your right heel and check your balance. Then, still number 1, you're going to make your right foot go into a tiptoe position and check your balance again. Number 2 is picking up the right side, touching the floor, lowering your heel a little bit and pushing the heel out to straighten your foot, then centering your weight and sinking. 2 steps. Initiation's got 4 steps and your feet don't have much to do, but your body is going to be bobbing up and down a bit. So number 1, as you sink, your arms are going to float up to the level of your shoulders. Number 2, you're going to bend your elbows to bring your hands in just a little bit, not too far. Number 3, you're going to raise the fingers and push forward just a little bit. Number 4, you're going to turn the palms toward the floor. And as you push down, your body is going to rise up. Remember, you're not going to get too straight. You don't want to be standing at attention. Grasping the bird's tail's got 10 steps. Number 1, shifting to the left. Embrace ball left. T-step right. 2 is a sit step right. Remember to step toward the corner. You're not just stepping forward. 3, as you shift your weight forward, bring the right forearm straight up, push down with your left palm. 4 is the dreaded invert the hands. Drop the right elbow so your right palm turns up. Turn your body away just enough so your right fingertips point at the wall in front of you. Turn your hands over to the left and round your arms and shoulders, turning your hands into the proper, excuse me, turning your hands into the proper position. Now turn your body back towards me just a little bit. Number 5 is a drag. You're going to shift your weight onto the left side and sink. Then turn your body toward the mirror. Your hands ought to be right in front of your belly. Your body should be facing the same way. 6, as you shift your weight to the right, extend your arms at shoulder level. Arms and hands should be relaxed. 7 is another strange one. This is prepare to press. So turn your right palm so it faces your left shoulder, then bring your left hand high over the top. When it's even with your right wrist, drop it down on the back side of it, wrist to wrist. Your weight is over on the right side, so now you can pick up your left toes. Number 8, you're going to turn and pivot, bring your toes along. Point your fingers toward opposites. Extend and separate your fingers. 9 is the pull down. Grab the top of that imaginary swimming pool ladder. Shift your weight back onto the left side and sink. Slide your hands all the way down that ladder, all the way down, even with your hips. 10 is the push. Turn the palms up and raise your hands up even with your shoulders. As you shift your weight forward, point the fingertips up, continue shifting your weight to push. Notice my arms are bent, my arms are not stiff. No straight arms in Tai Chi. Okay, single whip. Shift weight and relax. Wipe, make sure you bring your right toes along with you. Right hand makes a hook, left hand to the hip, left foot to a T-step. Step to the corner. As you shift your weight forward, bring your left hand up to guard your face. Notice your weight is completely over on the left side now, which gives you the ability to pick up your right toes. Nose, toes, belly button, all turns. Bring your left hand in close to your shoulder. Turn the left hand, push forward with the edge of that hand. Okay. Wave hands like clouds, 9 steps. And 1. That's a sweep with your left hand. Your left toe is also turned forward. Your weight has shifted to the right. 2, shift your weight, shift your hands up and down. 3, turn body, turn palms. 4, a right step. You're just finding the floor out there, no weight change. 5, shift weight, shift hands. 6, turn body, turn palms. 7, a closing step. 8, shift weight, shift hands. 9, pick up your right toes, bring them along as you turn body, push. Brush, knee, and push. Step right, shift your weight, sweep your hands all the way up to shoulder level. Right palm is up, left palm is down, left foot is a T-step. A left sit step. As you shift your weight left, bring your right hand close to your right ear. Your left hand is now in front of your left thigh. Your weight's on the left so you can pick up the right toes. Turn your body, sweep your left hand across your left thigh. Push with the open right palm. Hamstring the lute. 1, shift your weight forward, right palm turns up. 2, shift your weight right, left hand replaces the right one. 3, your weight's solid on the right side, so pick up your toes and fingers, point them at the ceiling, settle down on the heel. Right hand is close to the left forearm, all your fingers point up. Step back and repulse the monkey. 1, put your left foot down, push forward left. Left hand turns, strikes behind yourself. 2, turn the left palm up. Right hand goes close to your right eyebrow. Step back. 3, shift and sink. Pick up your, turn the left palm up. Push forward. Right hand is extended, left hand at the left hip. Second side, turn the body. Bring your left hand up by your shoulder. Turn a little more and thrust. 2, turn the right palm up. Bring your left hand close to the left ear. Step back weightlessly with your right foot. 3, shift and sink on the right side. Pick up your left heel. Push forward left, right hand to the right hip. Deflect, Whoops, that's all. We're gonna do deflect, intercept, and punch. Okay, one, turn your body toward the camera, drop your right arm. Hand goes high over the top, makes a fist. Shift your weight forward, sink, step. Right hand is a palm, left hand is preparing for the punch. Shift the weight forward, turn the left toes, punch past the open left palm, open right palm, excuse me. Shutting the door. One, right hand under the left elbow. Two, shift back and sink. Three, pick up the left toes, put down the left heel, separate the open hands. Four, continue shifting your weight to push. That's next. Okay. Okay, quick water break if you want it. You got 30 seconds. You got 15 seconds. Okay, so let's go back to the end of step back and repulse the monkey. So we did one of these, and we're here, okay? What you're gonna do, after we do this, okay, we've done this. You're gonna basically continue. Remember that this is a curious combination of static non-movements and sophisticated and connected movements. So we got to do all of it at the same time with all of our body parts doing different stuff. So we did this, we did this. And so what you're going to do is to turn your body toward, let's see, can I do this easier the other way? Maybe. No, I don't want to try doing stuff, double mirror image, it'll confuse all of us. So what you're going to do, turn your body toward the back, drop your right hand. Bring it high over the top as you step back with your left foot. End up with the right fist in the left palm. And you're in a heel up position. Put the heel down. Step forward as your hands go high over the top. Okay. Shift your weight forward. Step and prepare your right arm. As you step forward, punch past the open left hand. Okay. So let's do that again. That was confusing. Okay. So we do this here. Shift and step and punch. Okay. Just between you and me, deflect, intercept, and punch is the most cumbersome one in the set, as far as I'm concerned. One more time. So it's over the top, shift, block, step, and punch. Okay. What we have now is something called shutting the door, crossing hands, and conclusion. So shutting the door, okay, we've done this. You're going to put your right wrist under your left elbow, retreat, turn the palms up, slide your right hand up the back of the left arm until you're in a crossed hands position. Looks like this. Now you're going to pick up the hands and also pick up your toes. Settle down on the heel. Your hands are now separated and out in front. Simply shift your weight forward to push. Do not straighten your arms out. You're not pushing with your arms, you're pushing with your body. Okay? When you end up, you don't want to end up being perfectly upright. Because when you push something heavy, you put your back into it, you lean forward, you lean into it. So you can see there's a slope to the back part of my body. Okay. Next up, crossing hands part. Retreat. Put your left wrist on top of the right wrist. Relax. Turn nose, belly button, and toes toward the front. 2, 3, shift your weight onto the left side. Pick up your toes, put down the heel, separate your hands. Shift your weight onto the right side, crouch over your right leg, bracket the knee with your hand. 6, shift your weight to the left, stand up on the left, hands go back to crossed hands position. 7, center your weight and sink. And finally, conclusion. Number 1, turn both palms toward the floor. Your right hand should be on top. 2, push down and separate your hands. 3, shift your weight to the right. Correct your left foot as necessary. 4, shift your weight back left. Bring the right foot in and stand quietly. Okay. Reminder, any confusing points, refer to the website. For some of you veterans, you've got the step-by-step instruction sheets. And for you folks that don't have those step-by-step instruction sheets, they're on the website, and you can certainly copy them and download them and print them out if you want to. I don't mind at all if you do that. Okay, so let's take another look at those last 3 postures. So we're at the end. Okay. At the end of step back and repulse the monkey. 1, over the top, heel down. Shift your weight forward, block as you step, and punch. Okay. Crossing hands, 1, 2, 3, 4. Closing the door, not crossing hands. Now let's do crossing hands. Shift back, put your left wrist on top of the right. Pivot on your heel to turn. Nose, belly button, and toes. Shift your weight left. Pick up your toes, put down the heel. Separate the hands. Shift right, crouch over the right side, bracket the knee. Shift left, stand up left, cross hands. Center your weight, sink. . Conclusion, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's the last 3. The last 3 out of a total of 12. Let's smooth it out. Let's do those last 3 continuously. I'm going to slow it down a lot, giving you time to correct any errors you might be making or notice any that I might be making. That does happen too. Okay, so let's look at the end of step back and repulse the monkey. Okay, so we're going to look like this. Turn the body, hand over the top, step back. Big circles. Toes out, shift forward and push out. Step, punch. Long foot, notice that? Crossing hands, no. Push, shutting the door. Crossing hands again, pivot, shift, step, shift, crouch, shift, stand up, center, sink. Conclusion, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's open up your mute buttons and see if you got any questions about those last 3, because I know that's, at least for me, the toughest part of the whole form. So if you got any questions, now is a good time. Not even one?
Don,
Yeah.
can you go over the step back when for the deflect, intercept, and punch, that first step back at the beginning as your hands go over the top?
Sure. Okay, so in fact, let's do that from a few different angles. I think I want to do it frontwards first. Okay, so we've finished doing step back and repulsive monkeys, and we're going to look something like this. Okay, what you're going to do is to turn the body and drop the arm, then bring the hand high over the top as you step back. Going to shift your weight back as you bring the hands down. Okay, I'm too close to the wall. Then you're going to turn back toward the wall as you bring the hands up again. You're also going to pick up the foot on that side and then bring the heel down as you turn the fist around. Turn the toes out, shift your weight forward, turn the body. This is going to make you pick up your heel. Step forward and prepare your fist. As you shift your weight forward, turn the toes pointing a little more forward, punch past the open left palm. And I'm working within this little tablet here and I got to stay in the box. Let's do it again. Okay, so we're looking like this, stepping back, sink, hands come over the top, make your step. Shift forward, turn, step forward, shift the weight, turn the toes, and punch. Okay, let's do it from another angle. Let's do it sideways here. So step, shift, pivot. over the top, shift forward, push to the side, step, prepare the fist, and punch. Was that helpful?
Thank you. Very.
The problem with that one is that you're really doing a corkscrew movement with your body 2 times, and you're making these big circles with your arms 2 times. And this kind of points up what I was talking about in terms of these movements being movements by themselves, but also being movements that are part of something bigger. So every body part is functionally doing its own thing. You're going off in several different directions many times when you're doing Tai Chi, going through any posture. And look at all the stuff you're doing in grasping the bird's tail, for instance. You know, it's just that way. Anybody else have a question? No? Then guess what? We're going to do it some more. You can leave the mute on if you want. I don't care. Okay, so let's do the form, and we'll do it by the postures and the numbers again. Would you positions, please? Preparation. 1, 2. Initiation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grasping the bird's tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn the right, left toes. 8, 9, 10. Single whip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the right toes. 5. Wave hands like clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brush knee and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands strum the lute. 1, 2, 3. Step back and repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3. Deflect, intercept, and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shutting the door. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crossing hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Conclusion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Marco, how'd that work? Anybody get a 8, 7s, 6.5? All right. I know it's hard. Okay, it's getting close to final time. So if you have any questions, now would be a good time. Nope. Okay, next up is our grand finale. Keep in mind that this is very confusing and not something that you're used to doing for the most part. And even for the veterans, it takes complete concentration to pull off all of the postures, all of the movements. I've been doing this for a little over 30 years now, and I still mess it up on a regular basis if I'm not in complete concentration mode. So that's what it takes. But having said that, that very thing is what makes it good for mental, physical, and emotional health maintenance. That concentration, that dedication to trying to get it correct is really the key to the whole idea that helps us out the way that it does. So again, please refer to the website, or if you want to email me and ask questions, feel free to do so. I promise to answer them, pretty quickly. I'm available most of the time. So without any further ado, we will call an end to number 4 in the autumn session by doing the grand finale. Okay, Wuji positions, please. And begin. Okay. Guess that does it for us for today, except we're going to bow out just the same as we bowed in. So, would you position everybody? Left hand is a willow palm, right hand is a fist, left foot is a point step. Fold your left hand over the right fist. Keep your eyes up as you bow. We're done. Thanks for your time, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.